Hi everyone, welcome to Sheila's Video Diary. Today I'm going to share with you a balloon ride that I took for my 22nd birthday. This date was April the 14th, 1985, 4 days after my birthday. Um, and the name of the balloon was Saturn. The name of the pilot of the balloon was Mike Moon. The name of the organization, the group they were in, was Balloons Over Texas. And if anyone from Balloons Over Texas sees this video, hello. Hope everyone's fine. If you're all still together, or even if one of you sees this video and remembers that day, hello. Shout out to Balloons Over Texas. Okay, this was this was a fun day. Me and my family, my mother, my father, one of my brothers, and we believe our grandmother was with us too. One of our grandmothers. Um, so we I don't remember how long it took for us to get there from where we lived. But it was in the morning early, and to fly a balloon, the winds has to be no more than 8 miles an hour. Um, so we tried one other day, uh, but the conditions were not right, so we were out of luck that day. But this day, April the 14th, 1985, was the day that we went up in a hot air balloon for the first time. Me and my brother that was with us, and everybody else followed the chase vehicle on the ground. And Me and my brother got to participate in preparing the balloon for flight. They took it out of the trailer and spread it on the ground. And see, for those who aren't familiar, the a big hot air balloon is in a trailer on the back of a chase vehicle, and I think it was a Bronco, the chase vehicle, but I don't remember for sure. It was a big vehicle, and so anyway, the owners of the balloons spread it out on the ground. Then they started up this huge fan. It was a big fan, and that's what blew the balloon up. And me and my brother held me and my brother and a bunch of other people, we held on to the mouth of the balloon. That's the bottom where the hole is. And the balloon filled up with air. Then they brought out, okay, they had a gondola and a burner, okay, and they attached all of that to the bottom of the balloon. Then they put the burner up into the mouth of the balloon, and then they turned that on, and that is when the balloon slowly started lifting up off the ground, and eventually it was standing straight up, and so was the basket. The gondola is what we learned it's called. But anyway, the big basket on the bottom of a hot air balloon, it was sitting up on its bottom, and the burner was still going to keep the air hot, and the balloon was being held down until we were ready for launch. Okay, the pilot got on board, and then my brother got on board, and then they helped me on board, and up we went. It was fun. The houses looked like toys, looked like toy houses. We were up, I don't know how high, but it was fun. It was very exciting. And I the reason I always wanted to ride in a hot air balloon was because one of my favorite movies is Around the World in 80 Days, and I still like that movie a lot. I haven't seen it in years. I may look it up and watch it again. Back then I could see. Now I'm blind. I'll talk about that in another video. Um, I've been blind 22 years, but anyway, I've got some good memories. And okay, we did, during our balloon flight, we did a thing that was called a touch and go. It's where when they're getting ready to land, they test the speed that the wind is moving the balloon. And when we hit the ground on the touch and go, there was this little tree. And okay, before you touch the ground in a touch and go, we were instructed to hold the poles. Okay, there's 4 poles that was attached to the basket, and the burner is at the top of those poles. But we're safely away from the burner down in the basket. But we were instructed to hold the 2 poles that were uh, facing the direction we were going. The wind was blowing us, and I'm not sure exactly why we had to do that, but I'm sure they told us. But anyway, it was a long time ago. But anyway, there was this little tree, this bush or something, and when the basket or gondola hit the ground, it kind of tilted forward a little bit. Not bad because the balloon was holding us up pretty good. And but Mike saw that my hand would have been hurt very badly by that tree. It hit the pole I was holding on to. He all of a sudden he grabbed my hand as fast as he could, and luckily all I got was just a little scratch. But it still hurt pretty bad for a little while. But it didn't break the skin, thank goodness. But if it hadn't been for him, I would have had a pretty bad hand injury. Anyway, yeah. So we shortly after that we landed safely, and the chase vehicle caught up to us, and then it was all over. But it was a champagne flight. They were going to offer us champagne at the end of the. Well, they did offer us champagne, but we declined. We kindly declined because we were pretty tired, and besides, some of us in the group didn't drink in our family group, so we passed on the champagne. But they were really nice people, and so that's the end of my story for this video. I hope everyone enjoyed listening, and stay safe and stay well, and we'll talk again very soon. Bye bye. Stop button. Stop button. Stop button.